Well, hello there. Welcome back, Red Shoe Diaries. I hope that wherever you're at, you're feeling fat and sassy. Hope you've had an excellent week. I truly like to wish all the ladies who watch a happy Mother's Day if you've been blessed to have children. Whether they was from your own body or whether you've adopted or whatever the case, or just mothered a bunch of children like old Mother Hen does. I hope that you made a difference in somebody's life being a mother, mom, and stuff, and hope that wherever you at, that maybe today you've been out to eat or got a text or a call or something. Maybe they're so far away that they can't, and that makes it a little tough sometimes. But hopefully, you always know that you've been a special place in somebody's life. And I was going to talk about my brother who passed away here soon, 21 years ago. But I'll do that next weekend because today being Mother's Day, I want to remember my mama because she was definitely a pistol in her youth. Let's put it that way. My children and all of her grandchildren swear we tell tales on their little old mama. She wasn't never that feisty. She would never do nothing like that. We always laughed that we had the original version. They got the 2.0 version, the more mellowed out version than we. As growing up, my mama had a wicked temper. I mean, she could fly mad at anything. And if you was within distance, you probably had something to do with it. If you didn't have nothing to do with it, and her idea you had something to do with it. So you's probably going to get your tail end lit up. I mean, as simple as it was. And when her and my daddy first married, well, like I said, she's like 5'2", at the most 5'3". I don't know if she weighed maybe 100 pounds time they married. My daddy, now on 6 foot, 6'4", about 220 pounds. And she'd get ill at him. If he didn't exactly toe whatever line she towed for the day, she'd kick him in the shins. She'd keep his shins, with your shins right below your knees. She kept him bruised up. So one day she went to kick him again, and he always wore old farm boots, big old size 13 E or double E farm boots. Well, he stuck one up to block his shin, and when he did that, way she kicked it, that hit the bottom of his one boot, and it skinned her shin. She swore he kicked her. Lord, she is a little old rooster, bunny rooster then. She is a and I'm leaving. So she come back home to Mama and Papa's, and then she told them what had happened. Well, she didn't get the answer she was expecting. They told her to quit acting such as that, to grow up and quit kicking that man's shins. He worked too hard. He worked day like the dark every day, and that was enough of that. And quit acting like it and get her tail back home because she couldn't come home no more. She's a married woman. Well, she went back and she didn't kick Daddy's shins no more. But that was always, she was just that fiery, especially us kids growing up. And the irony was, she really became an advocate for the good Lord. Very much, especially as the years went by, prayer warrior, people would call, and ask her to pray for her. And, sometimes she, had a little tough time. She had a lot of medical problems, over the years, especially when we was kids young. She really had major problems with asthma and different things. And the irony of it is that even in her youth, when she was young there, she had my sister and stuff and all, my oldest sister's stuff. I don't know, somehow, I don't know how to put it, that you hear the stories of her faith, things that she said and done. It's like when my brother is above me, older than me, woke up middle of the night and she said, I see a little light. She said, it's like a pendulum going back and forth across his head, the crib and stuff, like it was a clock pendulum. So she woke my daddy up and said, we need to take him to the hospital. And Dad's like, well, we can do it more. She goes, no, we need to go now. So they wound up, bundling up off to the hospital ER, and sure enough, whatever was wrong with him, they said, well, if he'd waited till the morning, he probably would have been dead. There's a time they got to burn some stuff, and this cedar tree caught and started up right up there. And even my sister talked about remembering this. And my mom's like, Lord, I need you to put that fire out. It's going to get away, get up the woods, burn the house, whatever. I need you to put the fire out. And said it looked just like a hand or something. The flames just went right back down. And they was able to put it out just like nothing. And she's talking about going in, especially when her husband being sick real bad, pulled up one day and it was pouring rain. And she asked the Lord, said, Lord, I can't get wet. It'll make me sick. I'll get pneumonia. I can't get wet. You'll protect me into the house. Well, when she got out of the vehicle, she said it looked just like a aisle that was dry right up to the front porch. She walked right up through there. Now, it's pouring on both sides there. She said, when I stepped on the porch, turned around, I watched it close in behind me then. It was faith like that she had at that time, us growing up, things she seen, things she knew. And, but for a long time, like I said, she had a wicked temper on her. But, it mellowed out. Thankful for it. I'm definitely thankful for her being a prayer for me and my buddies, because we run wide open, especially our left home. And I've had people say, well, how are you even alive with some stuff you've done? I'm like, praying mama. So my mama had been praying, wouldn't be here. Like I've told before about my, when I got saved, under conviction, afraid to go to sleep, afraid I'd die and wake up in hell. And lay down that bed and look over and see mama across the hallway in her room, sitting on the edge of the bed reading her Bible, going over there and talking to her and getting down beside of her. And we prayed right there, and once I got up, I never was afraid of death anymore. But seeing her praying, she'd read her Bible every night praying, it leaves a lasting effect on you. Even to me, when my daughter got older, as she got older, she'd see me do that, at night before she'd go to bed, we'd get on our knees and we'd pray and talk to the good Lord and try to do the best we can. And today she's doing the same with her own children, passing it on down, which is important to me, and I'm thankful for that. Her mom, prayer and stuff. But as in my mom, as she got older, people would call, and then after my brother passed away, she learned how to get the internet, how to use email and stuff. People email from up Virginia that was friends with my brother about praying for him and stuff, and people would call. And because of her health, a lot of times she couldn't get outside when it's wet or, pollen stuff really bad because of her lungs. Well, she would walk inside her house, and she would make a little circle in each room. That's how she done her exercise. She'd walk for 30 minutes, and she would pray those 30 minutes. She'd pray for people, had prayer requests and for the country, for her kids, the whole 9 yards. And that was, I always heard. And as she got older, she'd tell you, I don't have to worry about fighting no battles. She said, I get the good Lord fights my battles. Said, that's simple as it gets. And we always knew you didn't want mama praying against you. You want mama praying for you. Praying against you, I know some of the effects it had on some people, and, it did not turn out good when the good Lord got their teaching, I want to say. But I'm very thankful for that. I'm thankful I was raised that way. I was thankful for that. I'm thankful for my kids knowing their mama and what all she was to them about being a little prayer warrior. I mean, especially when they went off to college stuff, they'd be calling her, I got a really hard test. I need you to pray for me between, at 1 o'clock today, 1 to 2. I need you to, that I'll remember what I need to remember, and I'll do real well. Things like that. And, they'd call and ask for prayer, and then they'd tell her back how well they done and how they was so thankful for it, that she was there for them. Maybe monetary wise or anything like that. Physically, she couldn't be there, but her prayers could be there while she's praying for them. And I'm thankful her grandchildren, and I all grew up that way, and we did understand it. So, I just want to give a big shout out to my mama, or my mommy. 'Cause I always have said, the word mother is on or even father, is on a birth certificate. And the name of mother, name of father. You are blood. Simple as this. Egg donor, sperm donor, doesn't matter. That's blood. That makes you a mother or a father. But your heart, your sacrifices, that will make you a mommy or a daddy. If you think about most of us growing up, when we was young, we heard, we call them mommy, daddy. Because when you're little, you're in awe of them. Mommies can fix anything. Daddy can throw you around. Whatever. It doesn't matter. You're just in awe of them. As you usually grow older, it becomes mom or dad or whatever. But still plenty of times, I'll say mommy. Even my daddy was that way by my grandma. Mommy is what he'd say. Or daddy. And even after they passed away, he was still in awe of them. Even today, that's the way we are. Mommy or daddy. I am. Because the stuff they went through, how hard they worked, what they took to take care of this family and provide for us and helping us to become better adults, corrected us when we was little. Whatever, it didn't matter. It was taken care of. That's how it was. So to all you mommies and daddies out there, and remember that on a piece of paper makes your mother, you can say mother or father. Mother or father. But your heart, and lots of times you're a mommy you've adopted. Or lots of times you become a mommy, mother figure because your kids bring in kids with them. My daughter brought in a lot of her girlfriends she played basketball with. They'd come stay the weekend with me. We'd go to mom and dad's. That's my mom and papa. And they just took them in like it. Didn't matter what come through. They just my mom and papa. And, the kids always hugged them, tell them they loved them. Because that's what my mom and dad always did for they lived. They reminded me they was loved. A lot of them kids, they didn't have that in the homes they grew up in. And, that was something they really liked. That they always remember. They still talk about today how well they was welcomed, how much they was loved. Knew. And I'm still thankful for that. Hopefully, even myself, as my granddaughter gets older and stuff, that I can do that. But anyway, again, blood makes you a name on a piece of paper. Your heart's where it's going to be at. Ladies and gentlemen. So any of you ladies who watch this, I thank you from a generation who had a mommy, to a husband, and had a wife who became a mommy. And even though she's passed on, still was my best friend. And I am thankful for her every day. And I'm thankful and wish my own daughter a happy Mother's Day and everyone else out there. So hope and pray that this week you have a great week. I hope that wherever you're at, you get your little sunshine, go outside, lollygag. I hope you spend time with family, friends. And I truly, truly hope you spend time talking to the good Lord, because he's always listening. And even when we think he's not listening, sometimes we're saying stuff or acting ways or doing stuff that nobody else is going to see it. Trust me, he sees it. This passage the Bible talks about at the end of times. It tells you things that was in the dark, out of the dark, will come out into the light, just like there's nothing wrong. That which is light will be told you need to do in the dark. That which is called good will be called evil, and that which is called evil will be called good. So I definitely think with some of them times around here today. But anyway, again, happy Mother's Day to one and all. Love you, pray for you. I'll see you, I guess, next weekend or whatever. Just take care of yourself. Know, as always, may the good Lord take a liking to you, not too soon. Austin.